By the way, I was a couple weeks in red carpet, right?
Yes, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. How much time has passed here?
Roughly the same-ish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right, that's cool.
it seems that in order it seems like sometimes time passes at the same rate, sometimes it passes faster, sometimes it passes slower, thus making it almost impossible to tell how much time has passed.
Right.
Or it passes relative different things simply because Logan refuses to keep up with it. I would recommend starting your map in the lower middle. You can leave a little space below it, but the lower middle is a good place to start your map.
Okay.
Almost at the bottom of the page, because everything is either north, east, or west of you. The only thing to the south is the ocean. Now, also to give you fair warning, the first one where you're finding out like what's outside of San Angeles is the most complicated one because there are 3, 6, 8, 9 different directions you could go from San Angeles. It gets easier though. I've purposely made the stuff outside of town much simpler than the sewers of disappointment, as I have begun calling them as well.
I told you.
Well, it's funny because I know it's down there and it's like there's a lot of exciting shit, but I'm gonna stick with sewers of disappointment because everybody goes in there, either gets lost, confused, whatever, and then they're disappointed.
And then they're
But
disappointed, yeah.
you are still considered the Mac Daddy of the sewer, so you definitely have a unique niche, and there are people who won't go exploring the sewers without you specifically. So that's
Cool.
funny.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
maybe Matt and Pete will want to explore the sewers with me. That'll be fun.
It's possible. It's possible. Okay, from San Angeles, due west is the Coast Road heading west. Okay.
Okay, so we actually have directions now. This is a directional map, not a bubble map.
Yes,
Okay.
it is a bubble map as well. I just have the bubbles in different directions.
Right. Okay.
Northwest is railroad under construction toward Bakersfield. There's shit beyond each of these. I'm just telling you what the immediate jump is to each. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Due north, farms. Ready for say next when you're ready for next.
Next.
Northeast is the tamed forest.
The tamed forest.
Tamed, T-A-M-E-D.
Yeah.
And then there are 3 different paths that head roughly east-ish.
Okay. Which lead to?
The top one leads to Route 66. The one under that is the train tracks, which go in the same direction, actually alongside of Route 66. Mm-hmm. And under that is Highway 10. The second to last one, which is southeast of you, is Shitty Ill-Guarded Mining Road. And the last one is due south. It is Ocean. You've been there before because you helped hunt a kraken.
Yes.
But nobody believes you.
Yeah, I thought the fame would have spread a little further, you know.
People are quick to forget, especially since they'd have no posters and pictures of you, or it's not on social media here. If you were to hunt a kraken in red carpet, chances are excellent people would remember that shit, and you could always point it out on your Vine.
Right, right. Okay, I got the binocs.
Okay.
I'm looking to see what's beyond these places.
You're actually
in general.
You're gonna have to walk and explore more. The binocs only go up to 10 kilometers, and many of these places are further than that away.
Oh, okay. All right.
because that's the 10 kilometers is like the horizon. Plus, you have to investigate each of these places to kind of get you. You can specify, Logan, I want to stay safe. I don't want to do anything that's going to get me landed in jail, but I want to just check this out over here, you know.
So really, to get to one, go ahead.
But yeah, it's some wandering around and shit. I'm not too worried about food. I assume that anytime you start to get low on food, unless you go deep, deep into the bush, you can simply turn around, go back to red carpet, buy another fucking case of MREs, and come back. Eventually, you may get frustrated with that, rent out the hotel room or some sort of safety place or whatever longer, stock up on MREs and whatever, but it's not a big deal. It's not like in real life where you'd have to walk 2 days out, go, fuck me, walk 2 days back. Now, it would help out for your speed, though, if you're able to like ride a bicycle or if you wanted to take up bicycle riding, because they do have mountain bikes and stuff you can buy.
Right.
And even if you suck at a mountain bike, that just means that you're doing the wobbly riding, so it's still a little faster, and you can carry gear on the bike. And of course, in a backpack if you really wanted to.
Yeah, so if each of these locations is 10 kilometers away, then I'm definitely going to want some kind of vehicle.
There's many different kinds of vehicles. Depends on what you can afford and what you want to mess with. I mean, you could get a horse, but then you're using horse handling skill and all those things that only Alex Kinley has. Because who else would even think about buying that?
Right.
Of course, if you want to ride a carriage, who's that? That's Pete, right? Because he rides carriages. Because.
Okay. Do you have anything that looks like a car that I could use my car driving skill for?
Absolutely. I don't think you can afford cars, though.
No, I don't think so either.
Right.
I mean, let me see the price list. I want to see what I'm saving up for.
Okay.
They have car rentals?
Oh, God, no. Outside of the city is a lawless, wild area where, you know, anything could happen to people and stuff. So even assuming they weren't intent on stealing shit, which they usually are, I mean, but you buy like a mid-range mountain bike for a gold.
Okay, so I'm seeing your basic. Oh no, I can afford a car. Repurposed car. These always look like they're from the wasteland, made for off-road. Normal car is 2,500 silver. Can't afford a normal car, but I can afford one of those repurposed cars.
The 1,000 silver ones? You have 1,000 silver?
I have 23 gold. 1,000 silver is 14.25 gold.
Nice. Okay, then you would only need to worry about buying the freakishly expensive power source. Other than that, yes, you could definitely buy the wasteland cars. Let's see, and you need the Chris. Hold on.
Yeah, 5 months of power for the Chris. I don't see a price yet. It costs 5,000 silver each. Okay, yeah, that's probably above my pay grade. Yeah, 6,000 silver divided by 70 is 85 gold. Yeah, that's more than I got. Okay, got it.
Yeah, the cars, I mean, they had a lot of cars sitting around after the rending. So getting I'm in the wasteland car, not seriously expensive. Getting the wasteland fuel, that's where.
That's crazy. I have to go.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Well, it is possible to get a lot. I will tell you that there's a couple of hidden ways that it's possible to pretty much make big bank in the zone, but you're going to have to come up with them. And it's not hunting troll. Nobody gets rich hunting trolls, just so you're aware. I mean, at 50 silver a pop, no. That's a shit trading money for hero points ratio there.
Yep, I'm looking. Well, I had the idea of selling compound bows, which
that may not be a bad thing.
Yeah, which I don't know what the market is like for. Certainly, I can sell old MREs, just buy a whole bunch of those. Those are
You
good trade
can,
goods
but
here.
the problem with the MREs is they got food. It's just not quite as light. So, um, yeah.
But there's stuff I can bring from Red Carpet. I got to figure out
Oh
what's
yeah,
valuable,
definitely.
and
But
I
I
can
mean,
open up a shop.
I think the compound bow. The problem is that how fast will you sell them, and what percentage would the shopkeeper take? Because you'd need to have it at their shop, and how many bows will make them suspicious?
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, because
that's
you keep bringing like nice, clean, brand news, maybe even still in the packaging bows to them, and they're supposed to be like 100 years old or some shit, and they're like, right.
I think they won't ask any questions if they're making bank, but
Of course, they're gonna ask questions. These are humans. Humans are always doing stupid, self-destructive, self-limiting shit. That is our nature.
all right. Well, then I just tell them I found a bow mine.
Yeah. Found me a bow mine.
I
Like,
found a stash.
Unfortunately, you're probably gonna, because if you think about how many compound bows get sold, I'm thinking one a month might end up being reasonable unless there's something wild going on or something very different.
Right.
So, one a month, you probably end up making 400 silvers out of the deal, including what it costs you to buy it in the first place and the cut from the air dude, which is not a bad money over time thing, if you get suspicious, like if you brought in, say, 3 bows total, but no, that's not what I call big money.
No, that's a steady income. That's a good idea
Yeah.
for a steady income.
Do you have a bargain skill?
A little bit. I think I'm hobbyist at it.
Yeah, you're probably not going to make much money unless you come up with something super clever. You're not a merchant. So you keep trying to do things that you're not built for. Merchant, woodsman, et cetera, et cetera. Like,
Well, yeah, it's just I've had limited options, and at some point you got to go and do something.
Oh, I'm totally up for you exploring the great outdoors. Nobody else has done that yet.
Oh, cool. All right. So I get a mid-range mountain bike. It
One
says
gold piece,
180
and it's
silver.
yours. Mid-range is only 1 gold piece, so 70 silver. The shopkeeper tells you if you want to get 2
Oh
of
yeah,
them,
well, it's
he'll
only
tell
70.
you.
It's one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's happy to charge you more if that's what you want. He's not going to try to tell you how to live your life, by God.
No, I just want to go touring. I just get a nice mountain bike with touring handles and take it out to.
Yeah, this is a mid-range mountain bike. This is not fancy mountain bike. Fancy mountain bike costs more. I suggest the mid-range one for your first mountain bike because you may get frustrated at trying to make biking rolls and falling off a lot. You may get eaten by a monster. You don't know.
Exactly. So let's try and not fumble my banking. I'm gonna head towards the railroad to Bakersfield.
Glad you didn't choose ocean. Okay, you're doing the thing now. Keep in mind, if you continue riding your bike adventure after adventure, you will be the first PC to build a bicycle riding skill, which will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
But no problem. You're doing the walk ride, like, oh, kind of a hill down. It looks a little steep and scary. Oh, I'm worried about falling off. You are that bad at riding a bike, okay?
Yep.
But it doesn't slow you down. That's the important thing at this point. You're not getting a lot of extra speed, but you're not getting slowed down. You're learning a new skill. So you head up there, and eventually, in talking to people on the road, you find out that the next stop, because there's like traders coming in, they look like farmers and stuff. They tell you that Bakersfield is close to a couple 100 kilometers, so roughly less than a week, say 5 days travel.
Right.
If you're wanting to continue heading that way to check things out.
So this basically just goes to, there's no station. It just goes to Bakersfield.
Well, no, they haven't. They're still building the railroad. They haven't made the railroad yet. It'll take a long time to build the railroad. They're not in a big hurry like the cross-continental. Plus, they're worried about getting attacked and shit. You could always get a job as a railroad guard, but for a PC, that is boring as shit. We'll then be playing offices and ocelots, you know. But they tell you that beyond Bakersfield is a forest of trees. They've heard, they haven't been there. And there are small inns. So like during your 5 or 4 days out, you could stay at like small inns because they're about 1 day apart each.
So I don't have to go through my rations.
Right. It's the same as in medieval times.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Got you. Roadside taverns.
But beyond that, they tell you the stories of these magical trees that are so big that one tree you can make a whole house from. But the problem is that the trees are so big that they can't be chopped down by mortals.
Right. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I think I'll go check that out. All right. So I don't need to blow my MREs doing this.
Yeah.
I keep myself fully stocked and take a trip to Bakersfield.
No problem.
Calculate the bill.
Yeah. Essentially, you're going to be going through about 3 silver a day for like living basically.
Okay, so that's 3 silver times. You say 4 days?
5.
5 days.
4 ends. On the 5th day, you stay in Bakersfield. Bakersfield is the largest town, but it really has nothing special. Essentially, it's a farming town.
So can I make a bike roll for each day?
I'll just each destination I'll give you a bike roll until you make it, and then I'm not going to worry about it. So go ahead and give me another one. When you reach Bakersfield, you attempt to ride your bike around the town. You're thinking you wish you had a bell. You're thinking you're horrible at biking. So from Bakersfield, the only direction to pretty much continue on is if you wanted to go to Redwood Forest. They tell you it's probably about 3 days northeast.
Okay. So Bakersfield is nothing special. It's just a town.
Just a largish town. More farming is there. They're primarily a farming town.
Okay. So there's nothing happening in Bakersfield. All right.
Yeah. There's the usual problems like it's not raining enough, and one of the farmers, they took our jobs, and stuff like that.
Right.
A pretty lady, we don't like your kind here. Now, Skeeter, we don't want any trouble, that kind of thing,
Okay, so Redwood. And there's no inns on the way to the Redwood Forest, right?
Now you're burning rations.
All right. Well, I don't have 6 days of rations just to go out there and come back, so.
Well, you can, if you wanted to, you can buy their food and pretty much use your rations when you have to. Their shit's heavier, but they definitely, in the farming town, you can get it pretty cheap. In fact, half price because that's what they sell. So 2 silver per day. Pick up 5 more days, 10 silver. What do you think?
Water. I'm worried about water. Water is heavy as fuck.
Yes, there is pools and stuff there, but yeah, get a water skin and stuff like that.
So there's water readily available that I can refill?
Yeah, I mean, you're a woodsman, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay. You'll want to take a couple of water skins here, and there you go.
Okay.
So let's see, 14 silver later, you have 2 big water skins, or if you want, you can get like, yeah, you should have thought of that. Do you have any kind of military? Oh yeah, your character used to be in the military.
Yeah.
You are now wishing you had a camelback. Do you know what a camelback is?
Not aware of it, no.
Hold on, I'll see if I can find it for you. Let's see. Oh, they spell it weird. God damn it. Images.
Here it is. It's a pack.
Yes, it's a pack that has a straw that can clip onto your thing. You could wear it under a backpack and stuff like that. And it contains water. It's awesome.
Okay.
But yeah, next time you're in red carpet, you should probably put that on your list of stuff to get.
Yeah, I'll mark that off, definitely.
Yes, everybody who I've never personally used one. However, it's everybody who has used one I've talked to likes them.
I saw some people at protests using those when it's hot weather.
Okay.
Just got a straw in their mouth and a backpack. And
groovy.
Yeah.
So, are you wishing to spend the 14 silver for a couple large water skins and 5 days of food so you can press on or whatever?
Sure, I'll press on.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me another biking roll. See, they're coming up.
Fail.
Okay, no problem. You totter out there on your bike. You're doing I'm riding by myself for the first time. Daddy, hold on to me. Don't let go yet type of riding. It's embarrassing. But fortunately, there's not a lot of people out this way. In fact, there's not even really a road going where you're at, which is great that you got a mountain bike. But you get out there, and from here, you have 2 different ways to go. Or sorry, no, you have 1 different way to go, but you find something interesting for coming out here in searching around. By the way, the reason they were talking about how big these trees were, these are California redwoods.
Yeah, it's actually the redwood forest.
Yeah, formerly this was known as I can't pronounce it, Sequoia National Forest. Sequoia, there you go. Thank you. Sequoia, yeah, you're in what was formerly known as Sequoia National Forest. But in wandering around here, you find one of the trees has a door in it, normal human-sized door painted red, and it's just sitting there in the tree, closed, and you're not sure what's up with it.
That's cool.
You quickly find out that nothing you can do opens it.
Right.
But you have found out something nobody else has yet. Well, except Matt, who's wandering by behind me. He knows, bastard. Go ahead and take a card there for knowing stuff, Russ.
For having explored and being curious.
Yeah,
well, apparently you're having problems with the players doing that, huh?
Well, no, I don't care if they do or not, because if they don't, then they'll be like, why didn't we know about this thing? I'll be like, you never left the city.
Yeah. I'm going to chuck an opponent fails. Yes, I just chucked an opponent fails. That's how good my cards are. Oh, I'm down to 6. Oh, okay, right. I used it.
8 is your max.
So I don't need to lose the opponent fails.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't need to lose the other opponent fails. So put myself back up at 8. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Got it. Beyond this is a place in the forest you feel you are being watched.
Okay.
That's the next place it goes.
I'm going to play a skill 15 and try my survival wilderness.
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah. See if I can build that skill up.
Your water skins are getting low.
Success.
Oh, you find a place with clear water and refill them. You definitely feel like you're being watched.
What should I call that? Survival forest?
Correct.
Okay. Feel like I'm being watched, huh?
You can give me a 6 sense danger sense roll for some more information.
That's a fail.
Probably your porn stash. It attracts them. Next scene, Russ has shaved off all of his beard, only keeping a porn stash.
Yeah, that's when you know to call emergency services, when I actually start to look like The Rock. I'm so into the campaign that I actually have.
I've had people dress up as their characters before. It's like, okay.
All right, okay. That's really interesting. No LARPing.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, plus the LARPing. I'm not even including the LARPing.
Oh, God. Yeah, the LARPing is just, it's fun, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, I had a good time for about a decade with it.
Yeah.
So,
LARPing is fun. All right, I'm going to use tracking. Success at half.
Interesting. I'm guessing rock has big feet. So these feet are smaller than rocks, definitely human, wearing like moccasins or something. And yeah, you're not sure what's up.
So which way was it from the first redwood forest? Is this north?
To the place in the forest you feel that you're being watched is north of Redwood Forest, where you found the door. Now, keep in mind, there may be other places, but at that point, you're pretty much off of any interesting shit, and you can just, slowly die in the forest somewhere.
Right. All right, I'm going to stealth.
Oh, give me a stealth roll. Make it sexy.
Not super sexy, but let me see. Actually, my stealth is probably 70. Yeah, it's 70. That's stealth at half.
That is sexy, yes. No problem. Now give me a luck, and then if you make luck, a spot hidden. Is it around? And then do you see it? And
it's around.
Make the spot hidden sexy.
It's sexy.
You see...
That is spot hidden at a quarter.
You see a couple of elves that are dressed up like Woodlands style, with the bows. They look like in D&D wood elves, right?
Okay.
And they're like, one of them says, Latin, Latin, Latin. And the other one goes, Latin, Latin, Latin.
All right. I'm going to play a skill plus 15 and attempt to understand them. Nope.
Damn, I had a great translation ready. And then they go back to like scanning, looking. They don't have their bows. Their bows are out, but there's no arrow on the bow.
Do they have quivers?
Oh yeah, they've got all their arrows.
Oh, so they just have a knot.
No, their bows are not loaded. Arrow not near bow. Arrow still in holder, not on bow.
So they don't know I'm here, but they're ready
to... They're looking for somebody. They're like, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, all right. Did I see what direction they came from?
They were hiding, looking at the area you used to be in. For the audience, the translation that he doesn't know, where did that fucking human go? I don't know. I was distracted by his porn stash.
Thank you. I don't know that, but that is awesome. All right. Elves hate us. I mean, they
a bit.
I remember that much.
Oh, thank God. Otherwise, you go up, brothers.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna keep hiding and watching them.
Eventually, they fuck off. You have explored the forest. Oh, wait, no. If you want to follow them sneaky style, because they are fucking off, it'll be a stealth at half. Otherwise, I'll have to figure out your stealth versus their keeping an eye out, because they are super fucking suspicious and paranoid looking around.
Right, so it's stealth at minus 30.
Are you feeling brave?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because you don't have to make a stealth roll. You could simply let them go and then head back south if you wanted to, with no rolls required. Your bike is probably hidden in a bush or something.
No, I think I can take on a couple elves if I have to.
Okay.
I'm feeling pretty brave. Let me see what my stealth is. All right, so minus 30. I'm at the point where minus 30 is better.
Yeah. Good.
So I'd have to. Okay, I know what I have to make. I'm going to try and
40
follow
or something. Okay.
41. It's a 41 or better.
Go team. Snap, snap, snap. They whirl around. One of them goes, it's the porn stash. Shoot it.
And we go into.
Are you going for combat or?
No, I'm going for run away.
Oh, okay. No problem. That is combat rounds. So let me start pulling out some cards here. as the porn stash has defeated you. It shows the porn stash grab a branch and crack it over itself. Yeah.
God damn it, that porn stash makes so much fucking noise. Why don't I shave this thing off?
Let's see. It is standard combat. Good for you. Heroes are first. Villains are second. Using a flint lock is approved. You run away. Give me a sprint away roll as the two elves go.
That is success at -30.
Excellent. They will try to chase you this round. They're still back there. They are apparently fleet of foot. Hopefully you were fleeter of footer. So you've still got some distance between you guys. You were not that close to them because you're not quite freaky sneaky. So next round, heroes are first. Villains are second, have a great chance of getting knocked down should they take a damage maneuver, which includes sprinting, is approved. So if you still want to flee, if you make a sprint roll, then you get a card.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
Or you can sprint toward them and be ready for combat.
Is it possible to pull my gun while I'm sprinting, or is that just a full out?
What that would be is first you would try fast draw. And if you make it, you can sprint. If you fail it, then you slow down while pulling out your gun dramatically.
Right. All right, I'm going to try and put some distance between me and them first and maybe get a card for that. Yeah, that's a success.
Nice. You run and they are chasing you through the forest quietly and keeping right the fuck up. That is not good. You maintain the gap. Next round. Villains are first. Pretending to be a forest monkey is approved. So,
guess who got a check in essence again, Logan?
Nice. You're bound to be a wizard. Right. Both of them trip over a bunch of loose sticks and stuff like that. They fall to the ground. They're roughly 8 meters away. What do you do? Quick.
I rev it. Success.
No problem. If you make one more sprint roll and they don't, then you get away and you can continue your trip. Heroes are first. Shield, nothing good's approved. You don't have a shield. So go ahead and give me your sprint roll, and they fail theirs.
And I succeeded mine.
Nice. You escape from them. You are clear of them.
Okay.
You leave them far behind in the forest. All that time, no noise from them. No yelling for reinforcements, just a fucking brutal chase.
Super effing stealthy.
You go find where you put your bike, which, unlike a horse, doesn't make noise, doesn't require food. Occasionally you get a flat, but you fix it, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you have explored the forest. You don't know where the elves are hanging out or whatever, or doing elven things like saying,
right.
Hey, baby, want to kill all humans to other elves.
That's what I was trying to do, is find a settlement, but my porn stash made too much noise. So.
Yeah, finding an elvish settlement that close to a town, that could be a feather in your cap, and more importantly, some silver in your pocket.
Yep. I'm certainly going to tell whatever sheriff or town guard there is around here that they've got an elf settlement in those woods somewhere.
Well, just make a note of it for yourself and tell somebody when you get to town.
Yep.
But for now, you've got a bike. Are you wanting to head back to, actually, now do you want to head back to town?
Bakersfield? Yeah.
Give me a bike roll. See if you can get a check in that shit.
Nope, not yet.
You're not getting along with your bike.
How many days was it from the forest to the town?
About 3.
3 days.
300.
Am I into my MREs yet?
Yeah, you should be keeping track of how many days you've gone roughly. Well,
I wasn't sure how many days of food you set me up with from the town, and
5.
5 days? Okay. So it was 3 days out.
3 days back. So
3 days back, and I didn't spend much time in the forest. Was that a day?
Probably a day. So you've probably eaten 2 MREs.
Yeah.
You've got plenty of MREs left.
Yep.
No problem. Give me a bargain roll as you talk to the sheriff who's trying to figure out how much money to give you for this information. It's not worth that much knowing that there's elves in the woods. Everybody knows there's something in the woods, he says.
Nope. Didn't make my bargain.
Yeah. Hey, roll 3D100. Add them together. That's how many silver pieces the sheriff gives you.
1, 2, 3.
Goddamn cheapskate, you think?
I got average.
104 silver, something like that.
105.
Cool. You pick up some silver.
Yep.
Hooray.
So 2 gold, 1 silver. All right, well, that's super interesting. There's a red door, and there's wood elves, and I probably want to come out here with some people.
See, you're already starting to find shit.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so I take the 100-kilometer trail back to the railroad construction site.
3 times 5 is 15 more silver come off as you stay in different hotels and inns and stuff. It's simple, but it's like you always get a good sized meal, not expensive food, but it's mostly vegetables, shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm making a note here. Okay. And now you are back to San Angeles, I believe. You have managed to, just in doing that little bit, knock off one entire branch. See how quickly this goes?
Yep, pretty good. All right, I'm going to re-enter San Angeles.
Okay.
And I'm going to bike around.
Give me a biking roll.
That's still a fail because my learn isn't that good.
People yell at you to get your bike off the street and unkind words.
I will build this up eventually. Okay.
You're getting plenty of rolls at it. Eventually, you're either going to hit it or break your bike with a fumble.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just a mid-range bike, so cool.
Yeah.
Building skills, always fun. All right. I'm going to head back over to my informant.
Oh, yeah, you remembered him. Take your card because I'd forgotten all about him. And what was the question you'd ask him? It was for information on...
Information on Jor Hassan.
Oh, he is straight as an arrow. He's got a wife and kid, in-laws. His father was a guard. His father's father was a guard, etc. He comes from a long, distinguished line of policemen. He's well liked and respected in the community. He's, guy gives you a complete report that doesn't really have any handles on it. He's not taking bribes. He's not especially corrupt. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody in the city is pretty corrupt, but he seems to be one of the good ones. He seems to actually be trying to make San Angeles a better place.
Okay. I got to roll the pain. I'm going to nope it, and then I'm going to full retrieve the note.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Assuming you've got great cards and shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I got the cards.
Cool.
So yeah, really nothing more. Nothing. There's nothing at all that's...
He has no real handles. This is why Dragon Dawn, if he had any kind of obvious handles, Dragon Dawn would have fucking taken the cleaners a long time ago. Yeah. And like I said, it's not an easy one. There's no obvious solution to it.
All right. I give him 20 silver for his trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. You promised me ketamine, and ketamine I shall have.
Damn, you remembered. Okay.
I'll split it with you, he says. We'll go get wasted right now.
I don't give him the entire brick, but I give him a couple doses of Special K.
Hey, give me a bargain roll. He wants the entire brick.
All right. Nope. He gets the entire brick.
Well, I was gonna say you end up giving him like half the brick, so now you've got half of it left. You claimed you needed it for medicinal needs, and he's like, I want the whole brick, and you're like, you can fuck right off. But if you fumbled, you give him the whole brick and maybe some silver as a way of saying, I'm sorry I argued with you. But see, you're getting checks in bargain eventually if you keep this up.
Eventually, yeah.
Lots of skill building here is what we're after.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just got to figure out how to get an into mission at this point.
You're going to hit an end of mission eventually, but it just depends on, like, if you can end it with a bit of a bang, that's going to be better. But yeah, you're at a 2 hero point reward so far. You know,
right. Gotten some good exploration done.
Well, you got one out of like 8 directions done. Some directions are obviously longer than others, but you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, except for the ocean, which,
right.
Honestly, since I have naval, yeah, I'm gonna go back to the ship captain and see about hunting Kraken.
Well, the Kraken season is done. He says when we went out and got the big one, and the little ones were cleared up by other ships and stuff. It was a big old hunt.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're moving into trading season now since the Krakens are down in number. But come back next year.
Yeah. Well, let them know old Jake Wheaton, the Kraken hunter, was by to kick some butt, and he will be back next year.
They like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Good. We're going to be sailing to San Francisco to do some trading, since it's kind of legal now.
That might be interesting. What's passage to San Francisco cost?
Passage, he says. Well, are you a sailor at all? No, wait. You've been on the boat before. I know you don't know anything.
Let me see. Hold it. Little bit of navigation skill. I'm looking for boating. Is that just B?
Yeah, I doubt you've taken 3-masted ship or anything like that.
No, I got naval skills. I got PT boat or something. Yeah.
Sit right back and you'll hear a tale, faithful trip.
No, I'm fairly useless.
He says.
Yeah. I know a bit about the stars and how to set sci-fi them.
I would never let a landlubber anywhere near me navigational charts. Yar. Not.
I understand. Ever. Well, you enjoy your trip to you enjoy your trip to San Francisco then.
Yeah, it's not going to cost. It wouldn't cost a lot for the thing. It would probably charge you like 15 silvers one way.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not expensive. You know, plus he knows you and stuff like that. He knows you're not going to cause any problems. And if you get attacked, then you know you'll probably fight off whoever's attacking. But he doesn't see why you'd want to go there. It's ruled by monsters, he says, is what I have heard.
Yep. True enough. Okay, Logan, I'm going to ask you a meta question.
Sure.
Are you prepared to do anything if I get to San Francisco?
Very little, but some stuff. Yeah, you may find out some stuff. You may end up dying horribly. You may end up finding out some information. Yeah, sure. If you want to go there, I mean,
okay,
I don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Let's give it a shot. I'll pay for the boat trip.
Are you wanting to pay for one way, or do you want to tell them that, like, because they're going to stay the night there, and then the next day make an early start? So if you want to basically be there for it will end up being like 8 hours or something after your 73-hour boat ride.
Oh Christ! Are they coming back out, or is it just a quick run?
They're going there, dropping off some cargo, loading up other cargo, and coming back.
Yeah, it's probably not worth the time. Okay.
Well, he says if you're feeling really, really, really adventurous, you could go there with us. We'll drop you off, and then you could come back via the extremely dangerous, the freakishly dangerous overland route that would take you weeks.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good either.
As opposed to 3 days of sailing. There's a reason why we use boats, he explains.
Yep. No, that sounds most unwelcome, unless I got stuck out there somehow.
But it's adventurous, he says. An adventurer like you needs adventure. I can't think of anything much more adventurous than that.
That's true. That's true. But it's just me, so...
He shrugs. Well, Gornak, the barbarian, was anybody with him? No, it was just him.
It's true, it was just him. And his tribe of madmen.
Well, them too, but they didn't count. Not like he did.
He did it all. He just got them killed.
No,
Those poor madmen.
His helpers and such, but we don't count them either. Loading bows and holding off the minor guys while he's fighting the big ones.
Oh, what the hell? I'll pay for a round trip and spend a couple hours in San Francisco. Don't leave without me.
I'm gonna do a roll for the captain to see if he manages to crash the boat and drown everybody real quick.
Yep.
So you were becalmed for part of the way.
Okay.
And then he had to put in for minor repairs along the way, which they weren't expecting to do. And the captain is fucking livid. You ended up stopping at a town called Monty. It's a large port town. They have decent docks and stuff like that. Apparently the boat, he managed to get a leak sprung in and stuff. And yeah, so the 3-day journey ended up being like a week, but they're feeding you and stuff like that. So as far as you're concerned, it's like just boring as shit. However, since you're spending an entire week on a boat, give me 3 learn rolls. You may pick up a new skill by.
Nah, no good. I am going to try and practice spells while I'm in my cabin on the boat. Light a candle, try and put it out. So here we go with extinguish fire.
Enjoy.
That's 3 magic points. So actually, that's 2 magic points plus 2 for the spell. 12. Extinguish fire. I'm also going to cut on myself and try a little healing. That's a fail. So one hit point, one magic point. That's a fumble.
Cool, fumble deck. I'm imagining right now, before I draw the fumble card, you doing like the 1 hit point, cutting deep, and then just all your blood spraying out all over the couch. Let's see what the wise and powerful fumble deck says. Depend only. Okay, cool. So you do that, and then you can move on with your life because that's you can't use healing anymore. You're done with that. But
I'll make a willpower roll for overnight.
For sleeping? You need, will times 5 will heal up your 1 point of damage.
Yeah, that's good. I'm healed. Don't need to check and will anymore, so it's kind of fun, but.
I was going to say you only get a check if you need and succeed on the times 3 or less. Times 4 and 5 don't give checks.
Okay, so I'm back to full magic points, and eventually we get to, I think that's enough spell practice for now. We don't want to grind every day, right? Do you want to grind every day? Because I'll do more healing.
I don't care. Up to you.
Okay. All right. Day 2. Fumble. Pull the fumble deck.
Thank you, Jabibus. Massive strain causing D4 hit points and magic points to you.
1 and 1. So 2 damage, 2 magic, and I can't use the spell for the rest of the day.
Not that it matters, but normally I'd have people roll the hit points and magic points separate, but for now, I don't give a shit. Carry on with your life.
Oh, okay. Well, I can just roll out a D4. That's not a big deal. And 1 hit point.
Okay, you were right the first time.
Yep. Okay. All right. Making the will check. That's will times 2. All my heal. I heal back up. Day 3. Trying my healing power again. Fail. Success. So I get the hit point back, and I take 3 magic, and I got to check in healing.
Hooray!
All right. I'm not going to bother with the megaphone spell right now.
Not a good place to practice megaphone, no.
No. All right, so yeah, you know what? I'm going to take my sword out and try doing a sword trick.
Okay.
Success! Yay! Second sword trick. 6 magic points. All right. Eventually, after much practicing,
the city itself looks kind of bleak when you get there. Lots of defenses, lots of hard-looking individuals, and unfortunately, some sandy rolls. Go ahead and give me a sandy roll for general, just non-humans wandering around and looking evil and shit.
I failed.
Oh, there's a demon over there too. God damn it, you say, as your brain attempts to squiggle out for D6.
That's 4.
Never get off the boat. Never get off the boat, you say to yourself. Yeah, they have demons and stuff. Also, there's these fucking you hear some of our sailors talking about, like, you know, oh yeah, within the city, some of the guards they use are these strange hounds, but they're not hounds, and they just look like, you know, a kind of like a abstract drawing of a hound. It's the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. I shit so much that blood spewed out of my asshole, you know. And none of the sailors are really anxious to leave the docks and stuff. And they send these merchants to you who are kind of fat and smarmy, and they wear strange turbans that are kind of lumpy in 2 spots on their heads. And they're like, yes, yes. And then some of their teeth look a bit sharp. And they're like, we are here to trade. And the captain's like, please come aboard, honored guest. You know, would you care for some wine? And he's being very nice to him. The merchants teeter around a bit, like they're not used to their feet or something.
Okay.
You're thinking this place is just dodgy as fuck. You're thinking going into the city would definitely be an adventure, but it might just drive you insane. It looks like near the docks, even with the demon that wandered by and these strange men things, that they're keeping this tame because it's like, we welcome trade, you know, and you're carrying a lot of food and stuff like that. And you're getting strange boxes and such that are covered and sealed and all that. And yeah.
Yeah, okay. The demon, just bookkeeping, the demon goes under demon, or is it like an outsider? Or
sure, do you even have outsider listed on the sheet?
No, I couldn't find demon either, so I'm trying to figure out what to put it under.
This particular demon, there are, unfortunately for you, many different kinds of demons. Right, standard red demon, 4 out of 12. That's for the standard red demon.
Double max. It's double max for the sand loss roll.
You are correct.
Yeah. All right, so I've got 4 out of 12 on the standard red demons.
The city appears to be built from a lot of gray basalt stones. It looks as though they have many strange weapons and such near the docks, various tubes and stuff. It could be, well, I mean, you've seen plenty of cannons and artillery and shit like that. It could be something like that, but you know for a fact that kind of shit doesn't work in this world. So you're not sure exactly what it is, but they have scary weapons that, should a ship get out of line, they can probably lay waste to it and then let the unholy denizens of this place get a hold of it. Also, you do see some men, swarthy and unhappy looking, working around. They look like the kind of people, if you just take general brigand out of, various pictures of hardened criminals and brigands, that's kind of what these humans look like. You just look at somebody and you're like, if that guy's not a criminal, I'll suck his cock. That's how much I think he's a criminal, right?
Right.
Especially if I dress him up as like a Smurf first.
Any humans staying here are also dodgy as fuck.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a lot of sunshine and lollipops type of people here.
Right. Yeah. I was just wondering if it was really a city full of monsters or if it's.
Yes, it seems to be.
Seems to be an actual city full of monsters. From 21st century, I'm going to make a geography roll just to see if I can figure out where I am as far as Earth, 21st century Earth goes.
Well, the city is called San Francisco. You call this a hint.
Okay.
You can give me a roll.
Is it in fact San Francisco though?
Sure, give me a roll.
Yeah.
You have no idea. You've never been to San Francisco, and you don't see a big bridge, and you don't remember San Francisco being made of gray basalt stones.
Yeah, exactly. No Golden Gate Bridge, and okay. It probably fell down when the aliens blew it up. All right, I don't think I want to wander off into the city, so I'm just going to keep an eye on the.
Are you sure with your porn stash you can try to blend in and act like you were one of them?
I'm not into all the sand loss that's going to be involved.
I wouldn't be either. This is just fucking freaky frightening. And you hear such strange sounds and strange cries of alien throats. Yeah.
This looks like a fast trip to 15 sanity. So
it really does.
Yeah.
If you get to 15, you'll be slightly lower than Yana was at her bottom. Yeah.
Nice. All right. I'm creeping up towards that Smurf insanity, man. We're getting there. So, anything suspicious about other than it's dodgy?
I was going to say, this whole place is suspicious.
Yeah.
You feel suspicious just being this close to this place.
Right.
You're pretty sure that whatever it is that you're picking up is the kind of thing that will either cause somebody to become an addict, lose all hope, or whatever. Oh, give me a massive luck roll. I'm talking like at least luck at a half. If it's not luck at a half, it's just fail.
That's a fail.
Cool. No problem. Yeah, the boxes that you took on, there's like 2 of them compared to like full cargo offload. You got 2 boxes that are probably, say, the size of coffins. Back on, oddly the size of coffins. Yearly, just about that size. I'm not saying they're coffins, mind you, but if you needed to put a body or a couple in each of them, they would fit. Okay.
Right.
Not saying that they're coffins. So
no, but they look suspiciously like coffins.
Freakishly the same size, but it's probably just a coincidence.
Right. Of course.
So, and now the captain's sailing back row. By the way, where did you want to leave your bicycle while you were doing all this? No, Dragon Don's not going to watch your fucking bicycle. He is
I know. Lord. I think I'll just it's probably a disposable bicycle. I'm going to take it out to the outskirts of town and find some place where there don't seem to be many people. And
True. No problem. I know what to do when you get back if you go looking for it. Great. Hold on.
Okay, cool.
Leave it there. I'll come back to it. Captain makes his make boat go roll. For some reason, you get back quickly. Apparently, having a bit of evil on board makes you travel fast.